friends. It is now time for the Soulful Psalms segment of Beacon of Truth. The Soulful Psalms, we take one of the Psalms from the Sefer Telachim, or the Book of Sung Praises, and we connect that Psalm to your everyday lived experience. Of course, you can listen to the Soulful Psalms and the Beacon of Truth playlist, where Ace and I talk about music, on any place where you can find your podcast, but particularly the Podcast Central at EWTN.com. And today we're going to take a look at Psalm 80, or continue our walk through Psalm 86. So Psalm 86 is in Book 3 of the Psalms, Psalm 73 to 89. And in that book, Psalm 86 is the psalm written by David. It has a prescript or a superscript of this psalm, which is the first line of the first verse. It simply says, Tefillah HaDavid, in Hebrew, or a prayer of David. So we're going to pick up this psalm in verse 14. Right? We've already looked at the verse up to 14. But again, David crying out to the Lord, recognizing again that there's nothing in the culture. If there's something that's he's longing for, he's yearning for, it's not going to be satisfied by the things in the culture. His fame as the king and as a fierce warrior, none of that will help him. He always cries out to God. Even though he's the king, even though he is widely respected, he has humility to recognize that his power and authority come under God. They're from God. They were given to him by God to lead the people closer to God. He understands this, right? And so I love here, he goes, turn your ear, O Lord, and answer me, for I am poor and needy. Well, he's not poor and needy. In his humility before God, he's poor and needy. And he recognizes that fact. I love the humility of David here. But we're picking up here at verse 14. He says, the proud have risen against me, O God. A band of the ruthless seeks my life. To you they pay no heed. Right? And so, again, David's recognizing here that there are people and forces that are trying to separate him from his relationship with the Lord. And that, Lord, when those things happen, and they're bound to happen, they happen to David, they happen to Christ, right? His temptation in the desert, and it's going to happen to us. So just like David is calling out to the Lord to prepare his heart and prepare him to be ready, we also need to be prepared and ready as well, so that we can face the challenges that life is going to throw at us, knowing that God is with us. Right, and that we don't have to be afraid. So even though this band of the ruthless seeks my life, they're trying to destroy our faith, they're trying to take away our religious freedom. And in other countries, and like on the continent of Africa or in India or in China, people are dying because of their faith, and because they pay no heed, no attention to God. So David as a king is drawing our attention back to focusing on the Lord, which is a beautiful thing.
For more on the Psalms with Deacon Harold Burke-Sivers, check out Beacon of Truth weekdays at 4 p.m. Eastern on EWTN Radio and streaming everywhere you listen to podcasts.